Boom, welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're looking at some booster bundles today. I think we've been getting reprints on these the entire time. We're going to get into it, so stay tuned and welcome to PokeMarketLab. All right, folks, let's get into it. So I want to postulate about something today. I think we've been consistently getting reprints on booster bundles throughout a large chunk of the SV era. Maybe not every set, but some of the, especially recently, I think there's been a shift. I've kind of alluded to this and talked about it previously, but we got this huge drop of reprint rumors. It's still not 100% confirmed. We have some screenshots. We have some people in the know that think it's coming or say it's coming. They think they have the source, but I think we've been getting booster bundles this entire time. I think no one really talks about them as actually getting reprinted, but I think they have been consistently printed. I think there's been a shift in the Pokemon Company to kind of shy away from just looking at booster boxes as the only way of getting large numbers of packs to the market, and using the booster bundles as a vehicle by which they can get a lot of packs to the market with minimal packaging, right? So booster boxes, ETBs, yes, there's a lot of other crap inside the ETBs that just, from a supply chain standpoint, all that has to align to get ETBs into the market. They take up space, a lot of space for how many packs they have in them. And booster bundles are just a really easy way to get packs to market. It's a really cheap way too, from a retail standpoint, for folks to just grab, you get 6 booster packs. I've opened a lot of booster bundles recently because, again, it's only 6 packs. You've been able to snag them at some of these large online retailers like Target and Walmart. It's been one of the only ways I have been successful in getting product at retail. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is possible. And I think they have been using this as a vehicle, again, to get packs to market and not necessarily heavily touch the booster boxes, and sometimes even the ETBs. So let's look at a couple of these here. So 151, we've been getting reprints on 151. Like everyone was talking about for the longest time, hey, we're not getting reprints. We didn't get reprints on the products we necessarily wanted, like the Pokemon Center ETB, of course, or even the regular ETBs. We have not seen regular ETB reprints. I've not seen 1 or 2 pop up at all in the last year at this point. Now there's been certainly no waves. Now I'm not saying we won't get them, but I think we're getting far enough down the road here that that's becoming less and less likely. However, the 151 booster bundles have been consistently pushed into market. When I say consistent, I mean like almost every week there has been a drop from Best Buy, Target, Walmart, some online big box store selling these. And we've seen over 17,000 individual 151 booster bundles sold on TCG Player. I shouldn't say individual, because you could buy on TCG Player and then turn around and sell it on TCG Player, and that's not an individual sell necessarily, right? But we've seen suffice to say, we've seen over 17,000 151 booster bundles. They're not all unique, but that's a lot of product moving through TCG Player. That's over 100,000 packs. So regardless of whether some of these aren't unique, that's a lot of packs being pushed into the market. That's a lot of product that's been consistently sold. And what I'm seeing is that these aren't really going through local game stores. They're not really going through traditional distribution channels. So these LGSs aren't getting the lion's share of these products. They're going through those big box retailers. And it's been consistent. We've seen this on 151. I saw today a bunch of Shrouded Fable booster bundles coming to stock. I've seen a little bit of Crown Zenith, and we've seen quite a bit of Surging Sparks. So again, I think this is a methodology change from them, where they would print the ETBs consistently for a long period of time. They would get big drops of booster boxes, right? And I'm not saying they won't print those. They absolutely will. We need them for some of these sets. But I don't know that they're going to have these massive waves of booster boxes. I think the booster bundle has become the vehicle by which they get packs into market, and that they stop touching and stop really printing the more premium parts of that chain of value into the ground. So look at 151 again as an example, and this could be a fluke, but I'm confident enough at this point to point it out and say, I think this is done. I think they're doing this on purpose. So obviously you get the Pokemon Center ETB, right? So let's kind of look at this, a high level view of the product offering for a set. So you've got the Pokemon Center ETB, which, as we've seen in the Scarlet and Violet era, is the collector box. That is this premium product that they rarely touch again. We rarely see them in stock again. They sell out instantly now, and they rise in price because of that stamp promo and because it is collectible. Next up, the gold standard, you have the ETB. For a regular set, this would be the booster box and then the ETB, right? You obviously have reprint risk here. They will touch those products. But it seems to me, and we've seen this with ETBs and regular sets too, that we're not seeing as much of them. We're not seeing as consistent a reprint. We're not seeing them consistently like we're seeing them on the booster bundles. And then you got the booster bundles, and you got these other products we've seen too, these premium collections, which seem to be almost further down the life cycle of the product. We saw it in Crown Zenith, right? We're certainly getting close, if not at the end of that life cycle for Crown Zenith, where we got the Sea and Sky collection. We're not seeing almost anything else other than maybe a sprinkling of booster bundles here and there. And that Sea and Sky was kind of like, I don't want to say it's the last straw because we may see something else, but I hope not. At this point, it's old enough. That little boost, right? It's a larger product. They sell it through a different sales channel. These warehouses, these membership warehouses, and it's another influx of packs into the market. And they print them heavily. I mean, everyone's seen the videos of carts after cart after cart of Blooming Waters loaded up on what was it? Was it Costco? Costco, yeah. And again, that's a huge influx of packs. There's 14 packs in that product to market, and seems like they printed tens of thousands of them, and it didn't budge the market. It really did not budge the market. Same thing with 151 bundles, right? So it seems to me like this is kind of that offering. Again, you get the Pokemon Center ETB at the top. That is the collector item, almost never touched. Not saying it's possible, but rarely ever touched again. You have the booster box and the ETB. They'll reprint, but they'll reprint with light touches, right? Not dumping them on the market, but they're just heavily throwing booster bundles out there. And it's a cheap way of getting packs into market, but you create this collectability in the other sealed products by not touching them. You leave that confidence there on the market where you're not pulling out the rug from underneath the market on those products, right? So those still carry some specialty to them, some specialness to them. But hopefully through the booster bundles, they're getting enough packs to market to keep the prices low. They haven't yet. We've not seen enough of that. I mean, just 151, again, we've seen tens of thousands of these to market, but it has not been enough to drop that price. Had they not done that on the booster bundles, 151 would be untouchable in terms of price right now. It would be ridiculous. The market has gobbled it up. And when 151 eventually stops, it's literally to the moon at that point. And Crown Zenith's kind of at that point right now where that's the direction it's heading. So again, I think this is a methodology change for them. We have been getting reprints this whole time. So when people talk about reprints in the market, it's those who have been in here long enough and are actually looking at the data are like, yeah, we've been getting product. It's not necessarily the product we want, but we've been getting product the whole time. It's not like they're not touching these sets. The market's just so hot, it gobbles them up, and it doesn't affect the price of anything. So that's my thought on the booster bundle situation as it relates to reprints. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Of course, if you like what we're doing here at PokeMarketLab, leave us a like, give us a subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. PokeMarketLab out.